Guess who's starting right now? 4'7" Nathan Karshins, representing the long snappers of the world for the Slashers, baby.
No, he's actually not. Where's he at? No.
He's in. He is in.
No. Here he goes. Challenged off the bat. And it's Karshins.
Wow. Starting the game strong, setting the tone. Now, look, you're going to see Karshins come up and get involved in the offense as well. Last game, he was dropping 4-pointers left and right. So look for him to be involved both on the defense and the offense.
Rejected by the rim. Scott off the mark. Coming the other way. Nice move by Bellamy. Two cutters from the wings, and it's Karshins with the stop.
Karshins did a great job timing his bounce on the tramp. They tried to fake him out, right? That's called a flex cut, when they try and draw the stopper in and then dish it, and Karshins wasn't going to let that happen.
Two in the tramp for the Slashers. They didn't call it. Scott. Here comes Howard the other way. Loses his helmet. Doesn't matter. Enters the tramp from the wing. And two in the tramp is called against the Buzzsaw.
Turn the tramp!
Turnover by Crosby. Here come the Buzzsaw. Still looking for our first bucket of the game. Bellamy rejected. Third stop of the game by Karshins.
Does Karshins look a little bit more aggressive already right out the jump than we've seen so far the last 2 days? Or am I crazy?
I think it's because he got some love from a fellow long snapper after the game yesterday.
You know what? The pressure is on, and he is stepping up.
Third try off the mark. And finally, Scott gets the ball for the Buzzsaw. We played 2 minutes here in this first quarter, still no score. Howard resets on the island, finds the cutter. Karshins, get that out of here.
And Karshins is not a small body. He's at 6'6", 240. He's got 4 stops on the night.
Denied by Scott, so it's been a defensive struggle here to start this game. Taken away, Cookies. Here's Laubacher, puts it down. And throws it down for our first bucket. 3 points for the Slashers. Howard enters the slam zone, and the quick bounce gets it by Karshins. Now here come the subs. Here's the second unit. Malik Abdul-Haq now on the floor for the Buzzsaw, trying to take out Karshins. Ball in the corner. Laubacher enters the bottom tramp. Jumping stopper on stopper! Amir Smith with the slam. Amir Smith is now playing gunner with Karshins in at the stopper. So both teams switching around their lineup. Here comes Smith, enters the tramp, resets off the wall. Subs coming in on the fly for the Buzzsaw. Laubacher got in the way of the stopper. They didn't make a call.
You know, that was a situation where Amir wanted to make a drive for the basket, but Tony was kind of off balance in the down there underneath the hoop, so they couldn't have two in that trap, and so he diverted out, and it ended up costing him.
Pratt got hit as he... I mean, that's as clear as a foul as you will get.
Just one of those
so
days,
the rule
John.
is when you leave the floor entering the tramp, you can't be touched. That's what happened. Nothing was blown.
Now, the good news about that clip right there, it'll be a great learning tool for them to use.
Here's Taylor, second unit on the floor for the Buzzsaw, flying up, contact in the air, no call. Corner shot. And two in the tramp against the Buzzsaw.
I like watching Abdul-Haq play. 84 for the Buzzsaw. Look, at 6'7", he is a big, big dude. And he's so agile and moves so gracefully.
Threw it to himself and puts it in, Amir Smith. 15 seconds of play in this first quarter. Ooh, nifty moves by Taylor. Gets into the slam zone. Karshins denied. denied.
Get out. That is 5 stops on the night for Karshins. We're not even in the second quarter.
Pratt off the window, banks it in for 2, and that's how the first quarter will end. So the Slashers with a 2-point lead after 1 period here in the main event.
Not what they give us every time. Get what we want, not what they give us. All right, we're at 55, 60% of the time running our stuff. Let's get to 90. Let's get to 90 right now.
We can do this, come on.
Hey, we're opening up. You're gonna be on the 1, we're running red. Brad, you're gonna fake hard, get him big on the red. Then we're gonna line up on the same sides again. You're gonna fake to you, and you're gonna be up.
You got that? So he's faking takeoff first.
Welcome back inside Cox Pavilion. This is the main event of the night. The Slashers won their game earlier. The Buzzsaw won their game. Both winners face off against each other. There's a steal. Cookies for Raymond Taylor. Stopper out of position. Pushed in the back. And we're going to have a face-off for the Buzzsaw. It'll be Devontae Pratt going up against Nathan Karshins.
You know who I got my money on right here? Karshins already got 5 stops. He's been dominating underneath the hoop right here. So you ask me, 47's got this. And there he goes, stop number 6. Defense wins championships, and Karshins is leading the way.
I asked him yesterday, what about being a long snapper? Can you actually carry over into this game? And he said just the doing what needs to be done mentality, because in football, playing that position, you only get a handful of plays you can come into games, so you have to make the most of it. He's got that mentality.
And he gets dunked on by Malik Abdul-Haq.
Of course, it's right when I'm hyping him up that happens.
Buzzsaw take the lead up by 1. Here's the cutter, Smith, and he couldn't reel it in with one hand.
Amir Smith tried to windmill that thing, and it just got away from him.
Pratt eats that contact, and Abdul-Haq just throws it down from high up above the rim. Crosby throws it to himself, enters the bottom trap. Oh, the 360 slam on the stopper, Scott.
That is what they call Tony time.
Oh, faked him out with the handles. Here comes Pratt. Karshins, the stopper, has it, but denied by Abdul-Haq. Resets underneath. Here's the cutter, Abdul-Haq on the island. Shot clock, plenty of time, it's at 7. Abdul-Haq faked out. The crowd told him it was down to 1. Those are Slashers fans who faked him out. Laubacher challenging the stopper, and it's Smith! Windmill time!
Now you see why Laubacher is a team leader in assists. He is just looking to lob it up and let you just dunk it down and home run it.
Howard finds his cutter.
Karshins adjusting in midair, rotating his body and getting the stop.
Howard enters the slam zone, throws it up, and Karshins with another stop.
He might not have hit the ball, but I'll tell you what, he's going to get credit for the stop.
Slashers head coach Stanley Fletcher in the last break was telling his guys, get what we want, not what they give us, asking his players to dictate, and we're seeing that here early.
What a stop by Scott.
Bam!
So the Slashers player should not have been allowed to come into the tramp zone before it hit the rim. He entered the tramps, and that should not have been a bucket. Jamal Barnes Jr. with a jam.
They get the answer, but the Buzzsaw coaching staff not pleased about the way some of these calls are being had.
Oh, that was a headshot by Barnes Jr. He went head hunting, and Scott. Barnes Jr. Hello! The Buzzsaw taking it to another level now.
And hits you with the John Cena, you can't see me after as he rolls back.
Karshins, you felt that breeze? That was an air ball right now.
Yeah, look, last game he was dropping the 4-pointers. It might have given him a little false confidence, but I think he's going to come back.
Barnes throws it to himself and lays it in. And it's the Buzzsaw with momentum here in the second quarter.
Buzzsaw takes the lead.
Laubacher from the island. Cutting Smith. Oh! The follow slam.
Amir Smith loves jumping up and just windmilling it down with power, letting everybody know he's in charge.
Crosby is now, after he got the hit in the head, he's just trying to go for anybody out there, and the Buzzsaw making him pay because Crosby's starting to lose his cool.
Which you don't see that very often. They're going to double team Crosby.
Kickball, that was called on Bellamy. Clock will continue to run, under a minute to play in this first half. We're all Buzzsaw with a 2-point lead. Crosby enters the Tramps. Denied. Good stop by Tyquan Scott. Here's Barnes, has help on the wing. Punched out by Smith. And now it's punched by Scott. Back-to-back D, 20 seconds to play in the half. Off the window, laid in by Howard. Buzzsaw up by 4. 7 seconds to play in this half. Here comes Smith. Big jump! 1 second at the horn.
Amir Smith just attacking.
You want back and forth, you want action, we've got it all right here.
This right here, watching Amir Smith just flying through and saying, I'm going to take this over.
No, I mean, just whatever, just not in the face. I'm going to go with whatever it is, but not in the face. Look. Fellas.
Hey, yo.
Come here. Look, this is how we're gonna beat this. When you come up, someone's gonna guard you, right? Someone's gonna, listen to me. When someone come up, when you come up on our offense, someone's gonna guard you, right? I don't want you to go set the screen, just get wide. And if you're on one-on-one, you can still beat them up. And now we got somebody that's wide open. Whoever's not guarded is going off the one. You get what I'm saying? You get it? So this witness is, when it come out, you look at it first. If you come up and they guarded you, just go away now. You know what I'm saying? Just go away. Take your man away. You're going to beat them, get in. The person that doesn't have nobody on them is going to go hard off the one. Look, this is how we're going to beat this. When you come up, someone's going to guard you, right? Someone's going to, listen to me. When someone come up, when you come up on our offense, someone's going to guard you, right? I don't want you to go set the screen, just get wide. And if you're on one-on-one, you can still beat them up. And now we got somebody that's wide open. Whoever's not guarded is going off the one. You get what I'm saying? You get it?
That was Stan Fletcher breaking it down for his guys, the Slashers. As we are currently at the half, the Buzzsaw with a 1-point lead. Okay, little man, breaking it down. We see you. Here's some of the highlights from that first half of action between the Slashers and the Buzzsaw.
Laubacher just coming down. Terrell Howard, gotta love it. Amir Smith is having an absolute breakout game with 17 points, leading. Tony Crosby, there's some of his 3 points right there, leading the way. It's 23-24, Buzzsaw's up by 1. You got the 3-pointers, Slashers with 7, Buzz with 4. The stat I love the most, loose ball recoveries, that's straight hustle, 15 and 15. And I say defense wins championships. Offense is fun and flashy, but we'll see who takes it home tonight. It's a 1-point ball game.
One more half of basketball to decide the main event here tonight. The Slashers, they won the main event last night. And we run it back tonight against the same Buzzsaw squad. But the Buzzsaw decided to change up their lineup. They held some of their scorers out of the starting lineup so they could come in off the bench. Let's see if it'll work here in the second half. We start each half with a throwdown.
And in basketball, the two people in the center, they usually go for it. Here in SlamBall, a lot of times you'll see those guys like just jam into each other like rugby, and another guy come in and grab it.
When you leave the tramp, reset off the wall. Bellamy tried to find it off the mark. Wow, Buzzsaw, they're double teaming Crosby. They're gonna make him give it up. Backside, quack, quack. Bradley Lawbacher out of Oregon. Look at that hit.
Big hit by
Tony Crosby the second, and then he stares over him.
You know, the Buzzsaw was trying to shut down Tony offensively, and he hasn't had the most points this game. He's at 3.
Oh, they took it right back.
And
Here
turns
comes
it over.
Ralph Bellamy into the scoring zone.
And the Buzzsaw take the lead by 1.
Crosby's calling for a pick. Enters the top tramp, then stops on the island. The cutter, no good. Shot clock continues to run. Lawbacher, he is stripped. And 2 in the tramp, turnover on the Slashers.
The big man with the ball, Taekwon Squad, is in the game. Taekwon Scott.
Oh, fake out with the handles, Howard. Which way did he go? Teardrop, no good. Poked out by Howard till Barnes keeps possession. Resets off the wall.
Hands up, hands up!
Shot clock's at 10. Cutter, Bellamy. Gets his own miss, then throws it right back out to Barnes Jr. Bellamy comes in from the wing, challenging the stopper, on him off balance. 3 more for the Buzzsaw. Lawbacher from the wing, throws it up high, and Scott ran into the stopper. Bellamy stops on the island, finds Barnes Jr., and it's Buzzsaw time, throwing a kiss to Karshins.
That's a stopper.
Karshins, that's a 4-pointer. Oh my, did someone leave the door open? Stormy, you feel that breeze?
That was 2 air balls on the night from my man Karshins.
Big bounce by Scott,
Well, when
denies.
you hit 2 of them the other night, I understand why you're like, hey, I'm feeling myself from range.
Coach, relax, I got this.
Bellamy from the wing, and Karshins come back with a big stop.
Bellamy, fun fact, actually has his own clothing company also called Bellamy, so he's known for his slams and his seams.
Okay, I see what you did there, Stormy.
I might have written that down.
That should have been a foul entering the tramp. Barnes Jr. He said, you can swallow those whistles. I'm going to keep it in my own hands.
The Slashers really need Tony to pick up his offensive game. He's got 3 points right now.
Oh! And then they call that? Man. They're trying to protect Crosby because he's only 5'6", but that shouldn't happen.
Go straight up, right in the box, number 5.
If you're going to do it, you got to call it both
No
ways.
drifting here, straight up in the box.
Jamal Barnes Jr. going against Tony Crosby II. Quick jumped him. It's a 4-point lead for the Buzzsaw.
Barnes is coming out of the game right now. He's got 14 points.
into the scoring zone, off the mark with the jumper. Coming the other way is the Buzzsaw. We approach a minute to play in this third quarter. Punched out.
Great job by Amir Smith on the block.
And there's Abdul Haq who intercepts that pass.
You know, just looking at offensive strategies, Taekwon Scott, the stopper for the Buzz, you're just going to see him laying low down there. He's going to be cherry picking all night underneath the hoop. Where Amir Smith, the stopper for the Slashers, is actually their leading scorer right now.
.30 seconds to play here in this third quarter. Abdul Haq. Nobody's going to challenge him.
At 6'7", that is a tall body coming down the middle.
Laubacher from the wing. He thought he had an easy one. No, not tonight. Abdul Haq throwing his body around. Smith. Clock winding down. Buzzsaw with 1 second. And they don't get the shot off. What a game this is turning into. A little bad blood is forming. Guys taking shots at each other. Abdul Haq flying through, and the Buzzsaw lead it by 4 after 3.
Make good passes, protect the ball. We got maybe 20 turnovers from being lazy, thinking it's all good. It's not. Stop running. We don't need a transition basket. We need what we need.
Sure, they see us. Do not leave 9 open. We can't leave 9 open. We can't. We got to see him, and then we get the other one. Yes, sir. All right? Yo, listen, y'all getting confused. If the stopper is setting the screen, that's when you double. If you got a one-on-one, keep them out. You don't need a double yet. Double on the screen. Yes. Ready? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Finish the war on 3. Come on. Finish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Finish.
Why are you standing there by yourself? Get to the person that's running around. There's 3 people on that side. We got somebody standing on this side by themselves. And then he runs down the middle and dunks the ball. You guys need to be more alert right now.
Welcome back. We get set for the start of the fourth quarter. Buzzsaw with a 4-point lead. John Schriffen alongside John Dornbos, Stormy Bonatoni. This has turned into a good one.
It's turned into a great one. And the Buzzsaw, if their game plan was shut Tony Crosby down, they have done just that.
Taylor settles on the island, finds the cutter, Abdul Haq. Give me that. Here comes Crosby. Freestyle, throws it to himself. You can't stand there. That's a travel.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
You know, when they start calling it against Crosby, he's not as effective. Taylor from the wing. Throws it up to avoid the stopper. Laubacher comes in, gets the loose ball. Just throwing his body. Taekwon Scott, another stop. Here's Abdul Haq. Kick out. Into the scoring zone, laying it up, off the mark, batted out. Staying with it is Devontae Pratt. Here comes Haq. Shot clock resets to 12 with the shot on the rim. Up and under, nothing doing. Amir Smith with the block.
Amir Smith is probably having the game of his life right now. 6 LBRs, he's at 17 points, and just coming up with stop after stop after stop.
You gotta move.
He wasn't on the island again right there.
He's in defensive position.
So the turnover, you have to reset when you leave the Tramps. Did not throw it off the wall. Barnes Jr. They're cutting Bellamy. Howard behind the bucket. Here comes Barnes Jr.
3.
Puts the stopper on his back.
That's 17 for Barnes Jr., just laying it down.
Right here, right here, right here.
The lead's up to 7 for the Buzzsaw. Here comes Smith. Oh! Taekwon Scott!
Taekwon Scott, that is a 6'7", 245-pound dude right there. He's got 8 stops on the night.
That's a big dude. You don't want to keep calling him squat.
Not bad.
Here comes Lawbacher. Barnes Jr. with the steal. Going up strong!
He said before the game he wanted to cut him up. That's what that was.
Lawbacher finds himself open on the wing. And a popcorn is called against Taekwon Scott. So we're going to have a face-off here in this fourth quarter as the clock stops.
Run across. No, you can't.
Excuse me, they're going to say Howard.
We're eliminating that. I need
So
you to go
Howard's on
straight up.
defense going against Lawbacher. And Lawbacher wins it.
Lawbacher knew right from the get-go he ain't stopping me. Goes in there straight to it and delivers it like he should.
This one is far from over right now. Crosby loses it. Here comes Bellamy. Smith put it down. It's open season. He can get hit. They don't touch him. And the Slashers ran into the stopper, going the other way.
I love looking into the scoring trap and seeing a 5'6" Tony Crosby going against a 6'7", 245 Taekwon Scott.
Bellamy. Barnes Jr. will reset, leaving the tramp off the wall. From behind the basket, oh, that would have been some assist. Scott says, settle down. We're down by 7. Let's get a good shot here. 1:30 to play here in this fourth quarter. Lawbacher can get hit, and he's thrown into the wall. Barnes Jr., give me that rock. Blows him a kiss. Hello.
That's a huge turnover with 1:20 left in the game, and you're trying to close the differential. You can't turn the ball over right now, and the Buzzsaw did a great job getting that turnover.
And you remember how clutch Jamal Barnes Jr. was at the end of the first game, showing up again here.
Howard with the kiss off the glass for 2 more, lead up to 9.
Now, when you look at that turnover, that converts to points. It's a big deal. Tony Crosby finally showing up on the offensive side. He's got to really pick it up in the last 50 seconds.
It's been an off game for Crosby. He's got 12 now. 45 seconds. Howard. Shot clock's at 6. And Bellamy.
You can hear the fans starting to do false countdowns on the shot clock, trying to throw the Buzzsaw off, and they are not liking that.
How awesome is this atmosphere?
I mean, those are true fans.
Outside, Lawbacher, that's a 3 off the mark. Scott with the board.
The Buzzsaw assistant coach just called Crosby baby food.
And an intentional foul. With those Slashers down by 9, under 20 seconds, we're gonna have a face-off, and it'll force a break it or take it.
Face off.
Whoever wins this face-off will win possession of the ball. That means the Slashers are not done yet. But if Howard scores, game over.
This is a huge play in the game right now.
I mean, this is the game.
This is a huge play.
Howard going against Scott. Off the big jump. And Scott gets the stop, so the Slashers win the break it or take it. They take the ball back. Nine-point game, 14 seconds to play. Scott. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that'll do it. The Buzzsaw hold on for their first main event win of the season. 50-41 over the Slashers. And the Buzzsaw letting everybody know we came to play here tonight.
Well, I'm trying. Great job. You're dangerous. Great job.
Barnes had a great night tonight, 20 points, shooting 70%. He's their team leading scorer.
This is what I love to see. Guys were chippy, going at it all game, but after the game, it's all love.
How about the fans getting in? I mean, that's the first time we've seen the fans really rallying behind their team. And they said, what can we do to help win? Let's just start counting down a false clock. And oh my gosh, the Buzzsaw were not happy about that.
All right, let's send it down to Stormy with the player of the game, Taekwon Scott.
And the main event win goes to the Buzzsaw. It took 2 games with clutch fourth quarter performances. What brought it out of your group when it mattered?
I mean, we just want to win at the end of the day. We are some dogs. We dogs that you don't catch in the vet, you know what I'm saying? So we came out here and got it done.
There was a lot of talking, and you guys seemed to quiet that tonight.
Oh, yeah, we got blown out yesterday. I'm not going to lie. They played a great game. They executed their coach's game plan. But tonight, we adjusted, and we got it done.
Enjoy this one.
Thank you, thank you.
Taekwon Scott said it best. He's a hungry dog, and a hungry dog wants to eat, John. And that's what they did tonight.
That is the loose ball chain for the Buzzsaw. That's how they play. They want you to get it down dirty, get on the floor, get every loose ball possible. It's awarded to Terrell Howard tonight as the Buzzsaw win the main event.
And they got the loose ball chain, and guess what? They were leading the league coming in tonight with loose ball recovery, so that chain is a direct reflection of how they play.
The first week, it was all mob. Now, we're seeing some other teams in SlamBall starting to step up. Last night, the Slashers took the main event. Tonight, it's the Buzzsaw taking the main event. Who will step up tomorrow night for our final night in week 2? For my crew, John Dornbaugh, Stormy Bonatoni, I'm John Schriffen saying so long from Las Vegas. The Buzzsaw win the main event 50-41 over the Slashers. Don't forget, more SlamBall back in Vegas tomorrow.